Hey gang, so you got all this beautiful billboard real estate. I call that billboard real estate because you got a construction project or whatever it is, and it's big, right? It's big. It's a huge project.
In a quarter of a mile,
and
turn left.
How come nobody hired a salesperson to sell billboards here for Disney, Nickelodeon, whatever? All they did is stick these city banners here.
In 0.1 miles.
Look at all this,
turn
hundreds
left.
and hundreds of square feet of space available for advertising, and tens of thousands of vehicles gonna pass by this place every day probably, and nobody hired a salesperson. I'm assuming nobody hired a salesperson because there's no billboards up there. If you go down to Hollywood, and I use this as an example, I don't like to follow everybody else's lead, but if you go down to Hollywood and you look at a construction project, they were smart enough to hire a salesperson to really hammer out a bunch of sponsorships. You've got Paramount and Disney Plus and all those big, huge ads and Netflix. But over here in Burbank, we just tax people to death instead of coming up with good ideas to make money. So, folks, when the next time you see a big bill for things like taxes, fees, and all that good stuff, just remember, it's because it's always easier to fleece the taxpayer, ratepayer, resident, than it is to actually come up with an idea that requires work, hard work. So that's another point I'm making, is that this is not how other cities are run. Yeah, we have a beautiful city. Yes, we have a beautiful city. However, we get taxed to death here, which is completely unnecessary.